How does the Keynesian consumption function explain spending? Imagine you're planning your monthly budget. You know some money will go toward essentials like food and rent, but how much more will you spend when you get a raise? That's where understanding how people decide to spend money becomes interesting. The Keynesian consumption function helps explain this behavior. It shows that consumer spending depends mainly on how much disposable income people have after taxes and transfers. This function says that total consumption is made up of two parts. The first part is called autonomous consumption. This is the amount people spend even if they have no income, like borrowing money or using savings for basic needs. The second part is induced consumption, which depends on how much disposable income a person has. The more money they have, the more they tend to spend, but not all of it. The formula for this is simple. Consumption equals autonomous consumption plus the marginal propensity to consume times disposable income. The marginal propensity to consume is a fancy way of saying the fraction of extra income that people spend. If someone gets $1 more, they might spend 50 cents of it, which means their marginal propensity to consume is 50%. This number is always between 0 and 1 because people tend to save some of their extra income instead of spending it all. At lower income levels, people might spend more than they earn by borrowing or using savings, so their average propensity to consume can be more than 1. But as income increases, people usually save more, so their consumption grows, but at a slower rate than their income. This is why the increase in spending slows down as income gets higher. In macroeconomics, this idea is important because consumer spending makes up a big part of total demand in the economy. When people spend more, businesses sell more, and the economy grows. But since spending does not increase exactly in line with income, just raising income might not be enough to boost economic growth significantly. This is where government policies come into play. If the government cuts taxes or gives transfers, people's disposable income goes up, and so does their spending, helping to stimulate the economy. So, the Keynesian consumption function explains spending by showing that people will always spend a part of their income, even if it is very little, and that their spending increases as their income rises. But because they also save some of that income, the growth in consumption slows down as income gets higher. This pattern helps economists understand how changes in income influence overall demand and how policies can be used to manage economic activity.